So, Motorola has officially teased its next smartphone event. The Xbox Series X has a supposed launch date, still not confirmed, and the Surface Duo is arriving on September 10th for $1,400 US. My name's Luke, and this is today's Retail Stories. This is Dan out Digital World. Let's get started. So, I say we're going to jump straight into Motorola. They're promising to flip the smartphone experience once again, and they're sending out teasers for the next Razer flagship. Now, they're announcing it on September 9th, and there's not much in the teaser. I'm actually looking at the teaser right now. It's built into what I'm watching. I can't tell what it's actually going to look like, but it's using the same font as the Razer invites from last year. So, it had a similar tagline, you're going to flip. This year it's... What is it this year? Hang on, wait, where is it? It's saying it's promising to flip the smartphone again. So yeah. Now, it's supposedly going to be revamped and have 5G. There should be a 6.2 inch screen, a 48 megapixel camera, overall boosted specs, things like 8GB of RAM, 256GB of in storage, 2,845 mAh of battery. Okay, that better be some zero battery optimization there. It's supposedly going to have a 765G processor. So, yeah, again, not a flagship tier by any amount. And the original was $1,500 US for what were very outdated specs. It was just completely outdated. The hinge was too creaky to even think about. The camera was terrible. Basically, everything about it was just all of the worst concerns. So we're hoping Motorola have done a lot more to improve on this. But right now, I'm not going to be saying anything about it until I've seen at least one decent review. Let's go on to Series X, launching on November 6th. Now, we've already heard about the November launch, that's already confirmed, and we were already expecting the first week. But now, this is November 6th. So, basically, this is from the same tipster who purchased the unreleased Series X controller. And this is an image sent earlier this week to The Verge from this tipster. It claimed to be the box that controllers are shipped in at distributors. The box tells the retail stores that receive the shipments not to sell or display the controllers until November 6th. Now, the labelling is actually well known as a previous thing. Microsoft have used similar orange street date stickers on packages at retail stores, so this could show that it is definitely true. The only reason that I believe that I would personally never take credit is because it's the same person who had the controller. So, and that's been verified, so I believe it could be reliable. It's not clear how they ended up on sale across Chicago over the weekend. People selling them haven't responded to requests from The Verge about their origins, and people who purchased them are none the wiser. Some people managed to purchase the controllers, have registered them on Microsoft support, only to find that the warranty expires on November 5th, 2021. So it's almost exactly a year warranty after a November 6th release date. Microsoft typically provides a 90-day warranty for individual controllers. So this is actually good news, because it means the company is either extending its warranty period to a whole year, or it's just working on a broader one-year warranty associated with Xbox consoles. Microsoft were asked to explain the early appearance of the Series X controllers, but they refused to comment. And there is the same response about the November 6th date. Now, Microsoft kicked off pre-orders for its Xbox One on June 10th, 2013, before were launched in November 2nd, 2013. And for the Xbox 360, their more successful console, we've got to admit here the 360 was more successful than the one by a very large margin. It was available to pre-order with pricing in August 2005. So it could be that Microsoft are going back to the 2005 August, except obviously 2020. I definitely believe that. However, there are some rumours. I definitely won't be buying Series X personally. I can get all the games on PC or just stream them on my phone. So I'm not too worried about all of this too much. But one thing that I am looking forward to seeing is the Surface Duo arriving on September 10th for $1,400. That's a price tag. That is top flagship tier. Now, before I go into this, and I do want to stress this, you are already getting 2 full displays. It's a first. It's a first in the category device. So, it's launching it on September 10th, priced at $1,400 after months of executives teasing the device on Twitter. The company is now available for anyone to pre-order the Surface Duo today in the US. I haven't heard about UK pre-orders, but it will be available at AT&T, the Microsoft Online Store, as well as Best Buy. Now, Microsoft revealed the design of the Surface Duo back in October, but the specs have been kept relatively secret. So there are 2 separate 5.6-inch OLED displays with a 4:3 aspect ratio. So those are in a resolution of 1800 by 1350. But when they connect together, they form an 8.1-inch overall workspace. So 2700 by 1800 with 3:2 aspect ratio. However, Samsung's Galaxy Fold doesn't use. However, unlike Samsung Galaxy Fold, the Surface Duo is using Gorilla Glass, as the way the foldable works is not with one coherent display, but with 2 separate displays, as previously said. So the displays are designed to work in a similar way to multiple monitors on Windows PC. You will see lots of similarities to Windows, even though it's an Android-related device. Now, there is one question over Surface Duo, which is the camera. And we now have a response. Microsoft is using an 11 megapixel 2.0 aperture camera. So it includes auto modes for low light HDR multi-frame captures, a super zoom up to 7x, both 4K and 1080p video recording will be supported at 30fps and 60fps with EIS, electronic image stabilization. There's only a single camera on the Surface Duo, which is used for both video calls and as a main camera. The basic Duo also consists of a Snapdragon 855, okay, and not an 855 Plus. Outdated specs, but it's a Surface device. To be honest, I was expecting it. I hate to be like that with you, Microsoft, but you've shown us time and time again you don't put up-to-date specs in your products, and that's because they're already very expensive anyway, so you have good reason to. Don't get me wrong, the 855 is a very good processor, it's a bit outdated for a very expensive device. There's 6GB of RAM, it's 256 gigs of storage, with LTE on T-Mobile, AT&T and Verizon. There is no 5G support to be seen on this device at all. There is also a bumper cover, however, in the box designed to protect the Duo. There's also two batteries in the Surface Duo, with an overall capacity of 3,577 mAh. So considerably less than the 4500 found on Samsung's single screen Note 20 Ultra, as well as the 4380 mAh on the original Galaxy Fold. Microsoft is still promising all-day battery life, so up to about 15.5 hours of local video playback, up to 10 days of standby time. Impressive, but you're not doing anything, you would expect that. As well as up to 27 hours of talk time. Obviously, we don't know whether this is reliable and the device will need to be fully tested, but the capacity does leave a cause for concern as the device is powering 2 screens, not 1. Windows Devices Chief Panos Panay, in a press briefing ahead of today's launch, stated, quote, "It's probably one of the sexiest devices we've ever built. It does things that single screen displays can't do, period," end quote. Panay's vision is to improve productivity on the go, which Microsoft has been doing work on the software side as well to complement the hardware. Any Android app will run on the Duo without modification, thanks to a choice of 2 separate displays. So one of the first things Panay decided was that any app has to run without anything. Now developers can optimize the layouts of their apps to take advantage of the 2 displays and span across them. So Microsoft's own apps like the Office Suite and OneDrive can span the displays. Third parties like Amazon have also done the work on the Kindle app to make it feel like you're reading a book by flicking pages across the 2 screens. Microsoft's also using algorithms to predict how to open apps on different displays. So it's going to be smart and predictive. So that's good. Also, if you're on one screen and you invoke a link, it will fill the other screen. So say you're on your, let's say you're on your Outlook and you're browsing the web and then you press on a link. I would want that to go to the other display. That's exactly what will happen. So links will go over to the other display from the one you clicked it on. Presumably you will be able to just press and hold and drag it around to where you actually want it. But still, good to see that they're doing these sorts of things. Apps like Teams and PowerPoint are also optimized, so you can see a video call and the rest of your team's chat, or look at a full slide and the rest of the deck simultaneously. Microsoft also worked closely with Google on Android for the Surface Duo. Panay said it was interesting at first, as it was a bit of a head scratcher. Satya Nadella and Panay supposedly had a lot of conversations as well. After all, Microsoft had completely failed with Windows Phone, so they had no choice but to go with Android. So that's definitely good for them, and they're saying that Microsoft had to light up on every platform. So yeah, Panay actually described the partnership as being crazy fun. So that's definitely good. There's also a standard API for dual screen apps to work in the Android code base. So that could be also really good for other dual screen and foldable devices as well. Yeah, this is definitely going to be hard. However, the price is definitely a sticking point. The Galaxy Fold and other devices tried to usher in a foldable device. There's a lack of 5G and NFC on Duo. Camera quality will all need to be addressed in the Surface Duo review as well. Microsoft is clearly at the start of a feature it believes in, so to be part of it, you pay the price. Yeah. I don't know. To be honest, I'm not too sure on this device. I love the look of it. It does look absolutely incredible. I would definitely want one, but it is expensive, especially for the specs. Then again, it is kind of a future of computing, and we have to remember that. I'm not just using that as a, oh no, it's the future of computing thing. I know a lot of people might say that sort of thing, but really, it could be the future of phones at least. The Surface Neo is going to be very similar to this device, don't forget. So we'll have to see how that works when it comes out, in theory, next year, possibly the year after. But yeah, that is absolutely everything for today. Again, sorry about the way this episode has probably come across. It is boiling in the studio right now. Absolutely boiling, honestly. We had 5 seconds of rain earlier. Yeah. Anyway, my name's Luke, this is the Down Out Digital World, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Thanks for listening.